So there is a really big Cardano upgrade. Let's dig into it and talk about everything Cardano. Let's go. So we're going to start here and talk about the fact that the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, has revealed a big upgrade for ADA. I think that this is really interesting. I think that Cardano is maybe one upgrade away from really seeing some really big changes to the ecosystem. Mainly around interoperability, and I'm super excited if I can get my words out. So we've got the post here. Plutus V3 is a massive upgrade coming with the Chang hard fork that brings so much to the table for Cardano dApps and blockchain interoperability, unlocking new possibilities. Plutus V3 brings advantages to cryptographic capabilities, improving performance with sums of products and robust bitwise primitives. So look, this is really interesting, and what it really means is that you're gonna have, I guess, the door open for the sidechain bridge and, you know, making it easier for developers. But let's have a look at what is said here. The addition of the new cryptographic primitives to V3 will assist developers in meeting industry best practices, porting smart contracts from Ethereum and creating sidechain bridges. Aside from, obviously, these things mentioned above, Plutus V3 is planned to improve performance by adding sums of products, SOPs, features to enable direct encoding of various data types. In addition, V3 would provide an updated script, I should say, context that allows users to view 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦 for governance-related entities. So look, this is really interesting. I think it's going to be really big. The thing that a lot of people aren't aware of as well, like with all the talk of the Bitcoin spot ETF, the talk of the Ethereum spot ETF, like, people should be also looking at Solana, they should be looking at Cardano, and they should be looking at XRP. You know, we're seeing some of these big firms purchasing large amounts of Solana and Cardano in particular. And it does mean that I have a lot of interest in these projects because, you know, I've said many times before the Bitcoin spot ETF was approved, I was talking about the fact that there will be an Ethereum spot ETF. And I've also said that that's an inevitability that is going to happen. But it will be followed by the likes of XRP, Cardano, Solana, and Chainlink, for example. I do think that these blue chip projects will be seeing spot ETFs. I think that this is just, you know, inevitable. I think that it's just a matter of time, especially with how successful the Bitcoin spot ETF has been so far. I think everybody watching this video would agree that actually the adoption has been a little bit quicker than, you know, at least I expected. I thought there would be more of a lag, but I think before we see the real big money come in, you know, there won't, you know, it's going to be like it is now, a bit of sideways movement, a bit of moving down in the market. But I think after a Fed pivot and, you know, the time, you know, I kind of picture 8 months time frame for, you know, the sign-off requirements for a lot of these big companies to start allocating to the Bitcoin spot ETF. So I do see this stuff coming. I do think that it's big. The question really is, will there be a Fed pivot before the halving and before the bull run? Because if it's delayed and then is after, then, you know, my prediction was wrong. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. But yeah, look, interesting stuff. Let's move on to Cardano now. We've got Satoshi era Bitcoin function opcat dusted off as development fever grows. So look, there's lots of people talking about building on the Bitcoin ecosystem. Again, we have been talking about layer 2s. A lot of people, in the bear market, we're talking about layer 2s on Ethereum. And I do think that they're going to do really well. I do think Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin, particularly if there's an ETH spot ETF. I think if that happens, then it will be inevitable that it outperforms Bitcoin. But what I would also highlight is we were in the bear market saying to look at all layer 2s, not just the layer 2s on Ethereum. And, the rationale behind that was, a lot of these layer 2s are linked to Ethereum, but also other chains like Aurora on the Near protocol. We highlighted that at a tremendous price and seen some great gains on that particular altcoin. But now, I would be heavily focused on the Bitcoin ones as well. I think Bitcoin L2s are something that people should be, reviewing and looking at. We've got Stacks, which is one of the ones that I really do like. A Bitcoin layer 2 protocol sees all-time high in total value locked. It's starting to get traction. I was talking about this before it started to get traction, and that is why it's always best to subscribe to not just this channel, but the Cheeky Crypto main channel on YouTube. Join us in the Discord and make sure that you're kept up to date with everything that's happening in this space, because we talk about this stuff really, really early. We definitely don't get the recognition that we should be getting. We've been pretty much one of, if not the most accurate channel when it comes to predicting everything that's happened in this bear market, called the likes of FTX, told people to short it, short FTT and Solana a week before the CEO at the time of Binance put out a tweet. So it was a week before then. People made thousands of % profit short in those two particular altcoins. So look, you can make lots of money just being, keep being in the Discord, keeping your fingers on the pulse. It's free to join the Discord, so link in the description, go check it out. Fidelity cuts its fees for the Bitcoin spot ETF, labeled up ETP. What I would say is it's really important to understand that there is a battle going on when it comes to these spot ETFs. There's a dominance that these companies are looking to get over one another. So, it's good to see the competition is fierce, but, there will be some of these ETFs that do close over time, I believe. Bitcoin breaches $1 trillion market cap. The total market value of Bitcoin circulating supply crossed $1 trillion as Bitcoin's price surged above $51,000. It's good to see this sort of stuff. Look, there's a lot of people that are getting a little bit antsy. I want to be really quite clear about what we've been articulating this whole time is we do expect a crash to happen. We expect that to happen. We expected the move to the upside, perhaps not as strong as it's been with, the macro landscape, but we've been expecting it and talking about it. And, we also have been massive advocates for dollar cost averaging into this market. If you're a member, and the link is in the description if you're not, you get an opportunity to see all of my purchases of crypto as I'm making them, all my sales, my staking movements, all that sort of stuff. So same with Nick's and JB's. You can see all of this. We've got nothing to hide. We'll tell you what we're buying, when we're buying it, and same when we're selling. And if you've been following that, you would have been picking up Bitcoin at $18,000, $17,000. $15,836, which was the lowest and the biggest buy that I did for Bitcoin. And that's just talking about Bitcoin. Aurora has made tremendous gains. You would have potentially got into some of the private rounds and the seed rounds of projects that we were really bullish on, because we're the sorts of influencers that try to give our community the same opportunities as we have. If there's a really fantastic project that I like, then I will try my hardest to get access to the seed round and private rounds for our community. And I think I've done a really good job of that. And people have reaped the benefits. You don't find that anywhere else. So look, I think that, there's a lot of negativity at the moment when, really I'm in a position where I've made these predictions. I've talked about dollar cost averaging. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, for me, it's all just going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. If I'm wrong, then I'm richer than I was when I made the prediction, because I've been dollar cost averaging and getting a really good position in crypto. If I'm right, I'm going to buy even more. With ultimately the most long-term prediction is that this price is going to just be way higher than it is today. So either way, I'm going to be filthy rich. I don't really mind which way it plays out. Everybody's like, you're really bearish. I'm really, really bullish, but I think it depends on the time frames that you talk about. If you're talking about long term, I'm probably the most bullish person in crypto. If you're talking about more short to medium terms, then maybe I'm not the most bullish person on YouTube. But there are a lot of people that are just trying to part you with your money to enrich themselves. I want to go on a journey with our community, and I want us all to be successful, and I want to meet at the end of like these bull markets and have a wonderful celebratory kind of party. That's kind of what I want to do. That's how I envision things. There is really no need for a lot of this negativity, in my opinion. Bitcoin faces 52K brick wall at Bitfinex as BTC price ease 4% drop. So this is talking about the pullback, but again, like these articles come out, like not every prediction that an analyst makes is going to be right. I think we're at like 100%. I'm sure I'm going to get something wrong, very soon. Like maybe it is the Fed pivot. Who knows? I wanted to talk a little bit as well, because it kind of segues into a really interesting kind of news article here. Dad who binned 275 million Bitcoin her hard drive reveals he wants to sue the council for $1 billion. So like this is James Howell's or Howell. He wants to sue the Newport City Council, and this is like, for me, I see this on a daily basis. I probably see it more than a lot of people, but this is one of the biggest problems in traditional investing from a retail perspective, or crypto investing from a retail perspective, is there's a real lack of accountability. It's always someone else's fault. Like the council didn't take the laptop and stick it in the dump or the trash, or whatever terminology we wish to use. He did. James did. James took it and binned it, and then it was, disposed of at the tip, I assume. And basically, it's worth 275 million pounds, not dollars, pounds. But he's now going to sue the council for 1 billion pounds. Like, the math doesn't stack up. Like, surely he should be suing the council for 275 million pounds. But who's in the wrong here? Let me know in the comments below. Are the council in the wrong because they won't, go to all the effort of digging up this laptop that was thrown away by James? Like, for me, it's just, we see it in the comments. You said this. I'm on the sidelines. Take some, ownership, accountability. Make your own judgments. Like we always say, this isn't financial advice. We always say don't blindly follow people. We also say that includes us. So, interesting stuff. But like this guy, to me, just seems like a right bell. I mean, like, he threw away his laptop with that amount of Bitcoin on it. It's got to be upsetting, I know, but ultimately it's his own fault. I don't see how you can blame somebody else. And by suing, you're kind of like indicating that there's blame elsewhere. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he's successful, a counter sue and all that sort of nonsense. But Bitcoin traders targeting 64K as BlackRock ETF nears $500 million in single day inflows. The Bitcoin ETFs for the spot ETFs, that is, are worth over $11 billion now. It's crazy numbers. It's great to see. It's great for crypto. It's great for Bitcoin. And we're seeing loads and loads of positivity around crypto. So look, I think this stuff is cool. It's great. But the amount of negativity is very surprising. And it's almost like people only ever seem to call out when somebody's wrong. They never seem to acknowledge any of the correct correct calls. They're just brushed under the carpet. You're always wrong. So look, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Reminder, I might be about, I might not be about for a little bit. Got obviously some health concerns at the moment. So yeah, just be aware of that. You know, if there's no videos on a particular day, it's probably because something's happened and I'm not about. So yeah, obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I'll go through my surgery and be back on, you know, sooner rather than later. But yeah, let's got a lot going on. So we'll leave it there. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will catch you in the next one. Check out this video as well. I always forget to say that. Check out this video. Move on to the next one. There's so much content. Check it out. Take care. Bye.